2 in the morning, rest is getting harder. Slipped on my house shoes, checked on my daughter. Just had a dream.
Hello, welcome, Devil Sniper here, and today I'm bringing you episode 9 of our journey. As you know, we are in Molde, we are in Norway. This is the league table as it stands at this moment in time. We are fifth, which is not too bad. We have a game in hand. If we can win that game, we will be in the top 3. Rosenborg are going to be a hard side to close down. I mean, 0 losses, 9 wins, 4 draws is fantastic. I have been critical of the lads, but to be fair, we haven't lost too many games. We have drew a few games. I'd rather take a draw than take a loss, to be quite frank, so I'm quite happy. As you know, yesterday I uploaded Nottingham Forest. I just wanted to get the series between Nottingham Forest and Molde back into sync, because I felt, you know, Molde are fractionally ahead and I wanted to bring Forest in line with it, hence why we had the Nottingham Forest upload, and today we've got the Norwegian upload, which is our fantastic Our Journey career mode, which I'm really enjoying. That's our strongest team as it stands. Obviously, the only change I would make to that side is take Joshua Gatt out and bring in Linz, or perhaps move Gatt up to where Mats is playing, just to keep that fresh rotation on that right-hand side. Obviously, we haven't got the great strength across the whole team, but we have got some decent players to bring. We've got some old heads, which is fantastic. And as you can see, we are having a look at the Norwegian national team, because if you didn't know, I am the Norwegian national manager, which is absolutely fantastic. I am overjoyed to be taking command of Norway. So hopefully we will qualify for all the tournaments. We will start doing well as a national side. We've got some fantastic young Norwegian players, so I find it very difficult to understand how my predecessor, I should say, failed to do well, because he's got some talented young players at his disposal, and I feel that he obviously didn't use them in the correct fashion. Now, I did show you a guy. I can't pronounce his second name. I use him in Bundesliga team builders because he's fantastic as a CDM. Obviously, more Garmps, Pedersen, fantastic player, to be fair. He is getting on a little bit, but it's that experience that we need, and that experience will be very prevalent going forward. Now, obviously, we have, I believe, is it his brother or his cousin? His brother or cousin? We have Elanusi at Molde at this moment in time, but the older Elanusi looks pretty damn ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. He's got some severe power, and I really like the look of the players that we have at our disposal. Now, obviously, there's one clear player missing. One player missing that I don't understand why he's missing from the national lineup, because he's a fantastic player. At this moment in time, he's probably the heartbeat of the Molde side, and that is, of course, JB. I can't understand why JB is not actually in the side. I find it quite bemusing, to say the least. Now, obviously, I'm not going to take out a striker to bring in a cam, because that would be ridiculous. I mean, this guy's got fantastic work rates. He's a clinical finisher. He is slightly injury prone. I'm not too worried about that. But we'll be making slight adjustments. I know, obviously, my Norwegian subscribers are now going to come to the front and say, right, this is what we would like to see as a national side, which would be fantastic. What would you like me to see play as a formation? Would you like me to see go really gun ho and adopt the 4-3-3 and really go attacking and take the game to our opponents, not sit back? Or would you like me to play a methodical 4-2-3-1, just go with the one guy up front and play a nice little CF, which we can play JB in that position? JB's fantastic. He can play in any position. I believe JB, well, perhaps he couldn't play centre-back or full-back. He's too attacking-minded. So apart from those sort of positions, I honestly think JB could play anywhere across the park. He can play up front if we needed. But I'd like to have the feedback of my Norwegian subscribers to how they would like to see the national team play, because I want to really take the national team places along with Molde. Obviously, you know, come the end of Season 2, we will probably be moving on to another team, but that doesn't mean we'll be dropping the international job. We will be keeping our links with Norway, and you never know, I could end up ending my career back in Norway, and that would be absolutely sensational. You know, after 6-7 seasons, to come back to Norway would be fantastic, because at this moment in time, I'm really enjoying playing in the Norwegian league, playing against some very interesting teams, and having fun with a young side, with a side that's very young and very attacking minded and very aggressive and very powerful. It really is great fun, and it'd be nice to see how they grow while I'm away. But as I say, you know, we're talking about the future at this moment in time. At this moment in time, I want to do well in the first season. If we win the title, I'll be ecstatic. Season 2, if we win the title, that means double titles. I'll be even more ecstatic. And plus, if we do win the title in Season 1, we'll be in Europe. I believe, I'm not sure about second and third. I presume we can go into Europe in second and third. Not 100% sure how the Norwegian league works on that basis, but hopefully we can go into Europe, because I would like to have a good session in Europe and show the European teams that we are a powerhouse and we are a team to be feared. And as you can see at this moment in time, though, we are drawing 0-0. Though we had a very good first half, I feel. Nice ball over top by Ekpo, and what a finish by Gudbrandsson. Absolutely sensational. This young lad, I told you, once he started to score goals, he would have confidence and he would start banging them in. He got 2 goals in the last episode. Yes, they were quite fortunate, especially his second one, but he was in the right place at the right time. Ekpo with a sensational ball over top. He's in the right place with a magnificent run, and he finishes it off like an absolute boss. It was absolutely sensational. And again, Ekpo with a fantastic ball through. CDC can't get hold of it. The Vic keeper, or the Viking keeper, I think he just had a mental breakdown. Gifts it to CDC, we pull the ball back and we make it 2-0. I mean, what was his thinking? What was his thinking? That's a simple finish. I don't think Elanusi's going to have a simpler finish all season. But look at that ball, straight through to CDC. He's in. Unfortunately, the goalkeeper comes out and makes a fantastic save. Got to say, the reaction of the keeper was sublime. But JB, some silky skills, plays the ball into CDC. What an effort. Absolutely fantastic. The boys are literally on fire at this moment in time. Absolutely on fire. I mean, JB, he's just like... I don't know how the best way to describe JB. Technically, he is just sensational. He's such a joy to watch. He crafts things out of absolutely nothing. You think to yourself, wow, he's in a tight situation, and he'll just, with a wiggle of the hips, he's out of the situation, and he's setting up some fantastic play. He really is next level. He really is at that next level, which is he's just astounding, absolutely astounding. So I think it's about time we had a look at some of the stats, because we haven't done that before, and we are a little way into the season, so it's about time we had a look at the stats. CDC has 6 goals. Perhaps I should have played him up front from the start of the season. Obviously, in 10th position we have JB. He's doing extremely well. Fantastic play by JB there. And obviously, Elanusi's got a few goals himself. In the assist chart, again, look at Ekpo. Now, considering he's playing sort of a defensive midfielder role, he's come up with 3 assists, which I think is pretty damn phenomenal, to be honest, considering how far he's sitting back. Of course, JB is on there with 2. He's just been absolutely sensational all season long, JB. I cannot rave about him enough. And of course, in net, we have Norway's #1 goalkeeper, Nyland. He has 8 clean sheets. 8 clean sheets, which is absolutely sensational. And he is a fantastic keeper. I'm frustrated that he hasn't grown as yet. That really is the frustrating part. And as I said at the beginning of the episode, if we won, which we did, 2-0, we would be in the top 3. We are sitting in 2nd place on goal difference, which is fan-bloody-tastic. I am overjoyed. At this moment in time, life is going so well. Not only is my boys playing so well, not only are my boys playing some absolutely sensational football, but I am now the manager of Norway, which is just... It is a dream come true. It is absolutely fantastic. I am so proud of what the boys have delivered. I'm so proud of what I've managed to deliver in my first season at Molde, and I'm really happy. Long may it continue. I hope we get to the end of the season, we're in the same position, or perhaps 1 position higher, and the Norwegian national side is doing just as well. But as you can see from the beginning, we are absolutely bringing out the tech of football. It is beautiful. The passing, the movement. JB goes for the effort. It's blocked. And that was really the story of the first section of the game, really. Our opponents were just backing off, allowing us too much time and space. Mats plays the ball into CDC. CDC breaks in the box, goes for the little finesse around the keeper, but a lucky defensive ankle gets in his way, and we keep the score at 0-0, which is a great shame. But our opponent's got a fantastic break on there. Hoffman was a bit guilty of ball watching there and not watching the player. He was a bit guilty of watching the player and not watching the ball, allowing the ball to go past him. JB with a beautifully chipped ball over the top into CDC, out-muscling that centre-back, fires off the shot. He, at this moment in time, I think he's actually unplayable. I honestly think CDC is unplayable. He is Drogba. He literally is a younger version of Drogba. He's so powerful. His strength is phenomenal. His movement is so intelligent. And his finishing could do with a little bit of sharpening. But I tell you what, if every striker scored with every opportunity, it would just be unreal. He does take good chances. He takes easy chances. He does score hard goals. So for me, at this moment in time, he's unplayable and one of the best strikers in Europe. Matt's getting through there with some nice silky skills. The ball comes back to Gudbrandsson, can't fire it off. We get the next opportunity, but we just couldn't score. We were breaking them down. We just couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. Gap with a nice piece of play, swings the ball into CDC. Unfortunately, under pressure, and again holding off that centre-back. He gets his header, it's just over the bar, but the boys were playing so well. So well. Gulbranson picking up the ball deep, knocking it to Joshua Gatt. Now Joshua Gatt's got a pair of rockets attached to his boots, cuts inside beautifully, goes for the shot, and perhaps shows why he actually does play at right back at times, unfortunately. But it was sensational to see him bursting forward. Such is the confidence within the team. The boys have so much confidence, it's ridiculous. It's sensational. Absolutely sensational. But we just couldn't break our opponents down. So from all the hype of getting ourselves into second place, enjoying the browse at the Norwegian national team, it's a little bit of a... I feel a little bit sort of low coming into the end of the episode as we come out with a 0-0 draw. But it's not from lack of try. I mean, we dominate the game, 57% possession, 11 shots, 6 on target. And somehow we came out with a 0-0 draw, which is really disappointing. But that is football at the end of the day. That is part and parcel of football. And I'm pretty confident that we can put it right and we can turn it around and keep, you know, the positives going. Because the positive I take from this game, we didn't lose. We didn't lose. So we may have dropped 2 points, but for me, we've gained a point. So I'm not going to turn it down. I'm quite happy, and I know the boys have got it in them to dominate. And when we start really hitting top form, I think we'll be unstoppable. Hopefully that will be sooner rather than later. As long as we can keep in those top 3 places, I'll be extremely happy. Obviously, we had an offer for Nyland. Not going to happen. Not by any stretch of the imagination, because he's far too important. And as you can see, a couple of players are looking to leave the club because they're not being used, which, you know, at the end of the day is fair dues. I'm not able to use every single player because we have our main 11. We honestly do have a main 11, and then we do have a few players that, you know, are lucky enough to come in when we're doing squad rotations, etc. But such as the fixture list in the Norwegian League, which is fantastic. It works out beautifully for me. The fixture list in the Norwegian League allows me to play my best 11 9 times out of 10. It's only a few rare occasions throughout the season where I have to really swap the team up, which is great because if I can keep a consistent 11 players, that's going to do us better. That's going to enable us to finish higher up the league with more points, hopefully score more goals. So I'm extremely happy with that, to be honest. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and I will catch you later.